shouldn't be there, but it is. Exactly what we said they're doing, they're now proposing. The Japanese government's proposing putting drugs in the water to, quote, calm the public and to put sterilants in the water. This is already going on. When they started proposing a national ID card 5 years ago, they'd already signed a treaty 4 years before in 2000 creating a world ID card. When they tried to pass a law to allow warrantless wiretapping, they'd already been doing it for decades. See, when they roll something out, that means it's already system-wide. They are sterilizing you and poisoning you. Sodium fluoride alone, of over 200 chemicals they add to the water. Sodium fluoride alone massively increases bone cancers, especially in the young. It attacks every organ, massively increases diabetes and overworking and burning out of the pancreas that produces insulin. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a fact. Now, you may like your feet rotting off and your toes getting chopped off and your legs getting chopped off. You may like your kids dying of brain cancer at 5 and the news saying it's completely normal and having benefits. You may think it's normal and fun to have them doing this to you, but it's sick. It's sick. Let me go over some of the notes I've written. Stuff like Michael Jackson and the rest of this isn't just a distraction. It's about them setting the agenda into petty issues. We have to set the issue in the debate and make it about eugenics and who the social architects and who the social engineers are. Who is setting up this government? Who controls these private central banks openly announcing world government? All of this is now happening. This textbook that he wrote for government policymakers that has now been implemented, Obama's Science Czar, is the Bible of how we live our lives today, what we're under, what these planners are doing to us. And it's important to be aware of that. Just want to add that, again, this is bipartisan and that George Bush and the last few presidents before him all supported this. This puts us all in the same boat. Police officer, fireman, school teacher. It's all government employees now against private citizens. Now the government's taking over what's left of private industry in a vertically integrated fascist society. They want to bankrupt the economy to make you dependent on them. Their own documents, their own statements state this. They want us all dependent. They want us all off the land. They want to shut down the farms and ranches with the animal ID and premises ID to force you to eat GMO food designed to sterilize you. We've had geneticists and engineers on about that. They want you under their control so they can have their way with you. They want you sleeping mentally and psychologically. The metaphor is the vampire coming in the dark while you're asleep. If you wake up, they, with their television mind control, tell you lay down, stand down. It's not happening. Don't believe that. Choose your own reality. Perception's reality. There were WMDs. Fluoride's good for you. Lay down. Lay down. So we're all in the same boat. Police, military, it doesn't matter. Listen to me and go check out the claims I've made and the documents we've posted at whatistheendgame.com, endgamethemovie.com, infowars.com, prisonplanet.com. Go read our Population Control for Dummies article Paul Watson did. This is the most important thing in your life, folks, outside of getting yourselves right with God and starting to have confidence in yourselves again and starting to believe in yourselves again. I can't believe how unconfident the general public is. I can't believe how fearful people are. I can't believe how fearful you are just of what your neighbors say and do. You know, I got a lot of neighbors that like me and listen to the show, but I got some that literally, when they find out who I am, will not talk to me and run in their houses when they see me. Because they hear these shows and they are invested in the baloney system. They're invested in this false reality. They're invested in all this crap. We're dealing with a death cult. That's what the New World Order is. Look at Hitler. Look at Stalin. They were funded by the very same eugenicists, the same social engineers, the same collectivists. Every time they get in control, they try to forcibly reduce numbers. It's their spirit. It's their nature. don't worry about death individually or worry about social death, what your neighbors think of you anymore, when you realize the big picture and that you've got the facts and somebody's got to warn the people and stand up against this. This information is so explosive, so incredible, so damning that it will just move the ball and expose what these eugenicists are doing, how they're in control, how they brag, how they've engineered society to carry out mass extermination. They will fall. Just like I kept telling you for years, audit the Fed, and now it's all over news, all over TV. There's a huge rebellion on. Everybody wants to know, and they're going to beat it this time, but not the next time or the time after that. It is a process. You have to continue to fight somebody to beat them. You don't normally knock somebody out the first time you pop them. And we got to learn how to fight. We got to get our butt kicked a few times before we learn how to fight. Then we can start fighting bigger fighters. It's the same thing politically. We've got to get confident. We've got to get focused. We've got to get off of the petty issues, even within the Patriot movement, the infighting and the, it's like some kind of high school politics of a panopticon and a pantheon of different characters and who's the biggest and who's the best. And so I'm the most popular and so I'm the one that's always talked about and derided. And then all that does is actually make me that much bigger. But it's overall sick to the movement because we need everybody who's informed to move forward, to warn the public, and to wake people up so they're aware of what's going on. I mean, this is life and death. This isn't a game. This is all coming to a head. In the final segment, I want to get into how I see them launching mass bio and chem attacks in the future and what their end game is. And then tomorrow in the first hour, we will revisit this amongst other important guests and information. PrisonPlanet.tv is the website we're streaming live on right now.